Imagination is dangerous. I mean, it really is sometimes. If we start to imagine something more, it can really cause us problems of dissatisfaction where we are. You caught me. I'll be honest. I, I like to say, if somebody asked me if I watched Downton Abbey, I'd say I don't watch Downton Abbey, but my wife watched it and I watched it. So I'm going to take full responsibility that I'm a fan of Downton Abbey. And while most of the stories on Downton Abbey are about Mary, I like to, it's always dramatic about Mary. There's her sister's on there as well. And what's her name? Lady Jane, had this situation come up where it's not Jane, it's Edith. It's Edith, where Edith she got pregnant out of wedlock. This is in the 1900s, very like early 1900, scandalous. And so she gives up the baby to a poorer couple. And she finds a way to be in the child's life as the baby's growing up. And she gives the baby opportunities. And the baby's stepfather, who she's living with, criticizes her and says, you have to stop doing this, giving her the thought that she can be something more than her place is only going to torture her. It's a terrible thing to do to her. Sometimes it feels like there's the foolishness of imagination. Who do you think you are to dream like that, to think you could be somebody like that? But there is such a need for imagination. There's a need for us to imagine more. I think it's built into the very fabric of the universe. God put it, in there. When they were in slavery, the Israelites were in slavery for 400 years, God sparked their imagination, and there began to be talk of a land flowing with milk and honey. What kind of imagination is that when you're 400 years in slavery and no chance of getting out? Well, God sparked a hope in it, a sense that there could be more. And then I began to think about the glory of imagination. As we work with our clients, we think about the glory of imagination. Imagine a preferred future for yourself and for your family. What do you think it could possibly look like that you have a job and you have a family, that you just delight in both? I think we need to have that kind of imagination. Without that kind of imagination, we stay down, we stay stuck, we stay below our station that we could have. Imagine what needs to change in your circumstance. So we imagine a preferred future. What needs to change? I need to become a better leader. I need to become more efficient. I need to become more present. I need to get my name out there more. What needs to happen in your circumstance? So not only a preferred future, but something you can start working on right now that you can begin to imagine. And finally, imagine what you need to encourage that transformation. What would allow me to take those next steps? An imagination that God sees me in a different way, that God wants to give me a new name. That's a tremendous imagination, that I am built for more than this. That's exciting. And I'll warn you, imagination is dangerous, but it is something that coaches can do to help their clients imagine a better future. Be sure and subscribe so you don't miss any of our great content.